All right, welcome to class one more time. Today's class, we shall be looking at how to write a suitable introduction in report writing. A suitable introduction. There is an aspect of the report writing that is called introduction, and the introduction has a way with which you must write it. Now, introduction is the next thing after your executive summary. All right, the next thing after your executive summary. So let me put it here. The next after your executive summary, let me give us a schedule of how to know where you should write your introduction. The first thing is your cover page. The first thing is your cover page. Let's put it as schedule. Your report. Schedule of your report. I'll just give you a draft or an act of it, because the schedule is otherwise called answer plan actually, but I'm not giving you the answer plan now. We'll do that in a subsequent classes. I've done one before, but I'll do the one that has a board like this. The first one you have is your cover page, which I have taught us in a previous class. Please refer to it. The next thing you have after your cover page is your executive summary. Executive summary is your executive summary, which I said in one of our classes that it is an abridged version of your report. It is an abridged version of your report. That also, we have done several videos on them. If you are not still clear, please let me know in the chat box so that we can reproduce or reschedule another class for this topic. Executive summary is very important. Like I said, it's in most exams, like the exam that I know that I teach very well, executive summary goes for like 30 marks, so you don't joke with it. All right, so the next thing after your executive summary is your introduction, and that is what we're doing today. So we're stopping here. After your introduction is should I give you after? Okay, let's just stop here. So is your introduction. So now introduction is what we're looking at now. How to write a suitable introduction in report writing. What is introduction? Introduction is that part of report writing that gives the user an idea of what you are about to say, or what you are about to report, or what is in your mind to be reported. You understand it? Let me put it here as definition. Introduction is the part of the report of your report which comes immediately after. I don't know if it's okay as I'm giving you the in capitals. Please, if it's not okay, just quickly let me know so that I can change it. You can talk to me through the chat box. Let's so that I will just change. But I think it's flowing like this, isn't it? All right. So introduction is a part of your report which comes immediately after the executive summary. All right. Comes immediately after the executive summary, and has the following, and must contain the following, and must contain the following. Must contain the following. That is, these things that I want to mention now, you must find a way to put them inside your introduction. You understand it? You must find a way to put them inside your introduction. Okay, let me give you another definition before we go on. There's the introduction is the part of your report that shows / tells the user of that report, the users of the report, your mindset on the report. It must show your mindset on the report. That's number one, comma, your mindset on the report, the objective of the report, That's number two, the objective of the report. Okay. And what the user or users should be expecting to know / see in the report. I hope this is clear now. All right, this one definition here. All right, definition 1. Definition 2. Introduction is the part of your report. Also, let's put also here so it would be more or less like continuous. Make it continuous. The following, or let's put number 1, the objective of the report. The objective of the report must contain the following. Remember, we are talking about the right content that must be found in the report, in the introduction. Or before number 1, let's put this as number 1. Reference. The reference to which you got the reference through which you got the request to prepare the report. Okay, the reference through which you got the request to prepare the report. Let me give you an example so that it will be clearer. The reference, it could be something like, we write in response to your mail. Okay, mails. We'll write the example later, but let me just give you this: mails, memos, letters, etc. You understand it? Let's just put it like that. You must let us know, and the dates. You must make sure you show the date. You understand it? Because whatever memo, whatever communication that is being used to talk to you, sure, the date will appear there. You understand it? There will be a date. So you let us know the date so that there will be basis for that reference. Now, number 2, like I was saying, the objective of the report. Now, what do we mean by objective? Objective can be in several folds. The following are some of the objectives, because there are plenty of them. Some of the objectives for writing report, and it must appear in your introduction. You're getting it. It must appear in your introduction. Okay, some of the objectives for writing reports. Let's do like this. We're not doing 3 now. Let's do this, which is it could be for appraisal purposes. It could be for appraisal purposes. It could be for analytical analysis, good for analysis, analytical purposes, analytical, let's look analytical purposes, appraisal purposes. Then it could be for assessment. For example, you want to assess assessment purposes. You understand? It could be for evaluation purposes. Okay, it could be for what else? Maybe you should just let me know other things you think this should be in the chat box. It could be for evaluation, assessment, review. It could be for review purposes. To review a report, you're getting it. All right, to review a report. Let's just stop like that. Let's put etc because there are still others. All right, so number 3 that your report must contain is what? The component of your report in the first place, friends. Your report in the first place must have a title. Must have a title. Let me even put that as number 1. Must have a title as introduction. A title. That is i.e. Introduction. And it must be well numbered. Your introduction must be well numbered. This must be well numbered. Now, what do we mean by numbered? We mean introduction, your executive summary, like I used to tell us, is usually 1.0. Okay, let's put it. Let me show you up here. Okay, let me just show you up here. Here, friends, look at this. In this place where you see my cursor, remember your cover page does not have number, so you don't number your cover page. Do not put number on your cover page, but on your executive summary you are expected to number it, which is more or less like a reference to it. All right, see what I just did now. 1.0, that's your executive summary. Now, if executive summary is 1.0, then introduction, I would say introduction should come after. Your introduction will now be 2.0. I hope you're following. 2.0. You understand it? That's what we mean by it must be properly numbered. Your introduction, the title of your introduction must be properly numbered. It's usually 2.0 in most cases. All right, so that is that on that. Let's see. Next, what your introduction should contain. We have talked about objective. We have talked about title. It must contain all the requirements. Or let's put it like this: all the components of your requirement, not the of your requirements. Now, this I will show us this. Anyway, I will still give you an example as we move on now. All right, so it must contain all the components, suitable component, not that you just carry your requirement, everything, and put. This can be better put also. It must contain all the components of your subject in the cover page. The subject you put, let me put subject or requirement, subject slash requirement. I think it's better like this. All your subject, all component of your subject slash your requirement. I hope you're following it. All right, so beyond this, what is more? What is more? What is more? What is more here? The next thing that your introduction should contain is what? Is what? What we usually call um, wider context. Wider context. It must contain wider context. And why? What we mean by wider context? These are other factors, other external environmental factors. It's better I highlight it like this: environmental factors that had affected the reports, the operations or performance, the operations or performances of the entity you're reporting. The entity you are the entity under consideration. Under consideration. All right, I think that should be all. So with this, you'll be good. If you have all these components in your introduction, you should be fine. You should be fine. You should be fine. All right. I think what we'll need to do now is to get ourselves. I will give you one example. And the example, I'll just create a subject. Probably create I'll create a subject, and let's see. Maybe I will have to. All right. So let's, for instance, say this is our subject. I just created it. For some of us that attended our last class, this subject was taken from the draft, from the cover page of that we created, that class. So it reads: a detailed analysis of spicy restaurant financial records with special attention on the key changes in the operational items, in brackets, revenue, cost of sale, and overheads, close the brackets, as it affects the proposed catering contract from Lagos Hospital. You understand? Okay, let's assume that this is our subject, and of course, like we said in our last class, the subject must find a way to put all the suitable components or necessary components of your requirement into your subject. You must be able to do that. You understand it? Yes. So, having gotten this subject, let's go straight down to how to write a suitable introduction. Friends, my example, the one I want to give now, is my personal example. And like I usually tell my students, I believe very strongly that you should be able to write far better than whatever I'm going to give now. So please do not copy and paste. It's wrong, because you must write in your own language, like with your own terms. You understand it? And let's have a feel of how managerial you are in your introduction. Do you understand it? So whatever I'm giving now, please, this is a warning. Please do not copy it and paste it. It's necessary, it's important you create your own. Though you can look at the pattern with which I'm doing it, you understand it, and use it to create your own. I hope you understand. I hope you understand this. All right. Let's go on. Okay. Maybe we'll do this thing in the next class. I'll give you a sample in my next class. So please make sure you watch, share, subscribe, like all these videos, because it's going to be, like I said in my last class, it's in phases. So we have done cover page and we are in introduction now. By the time we are through, of course, the whole thing will come together. So in the next class, I will start with an example of I will just give you an example how a suitable introduction could be written. I use could so that it won't be like sacrosanct. You understand it? All right. So I will see you in my next class. Watch out for that example. I will see you there.